It is not, my brother. You have had colleagues who are raising concerns. So that was your number one undoing. This process is not going well. That's why we are raising these concerns. Inadequate awareness. Honorable Speaker, the Electoral Commission put out a call in October last year of expression of interest to conduct voter education for the 2025-2026 general elections. This was 14th October. And many stakeholders did apply, civil society organizations and so on, to support the voter education process. But the Electoral Commission has to date not accredited any of them. And yet the Electoral Commission is saying we're using our limited resources to do a few talk shows here and there and that kind of thing to create awareness. But you put out a call to be supported as the Electoral Commission. And here is the letter, signed by the Secretary to the Electoral Commission, 14th October. Why was this call put out? Because the Electoral Commission knows it does not have full capacity across the country to do voter education. And the election process is a process, like I'm saying. It's not just on election day. So I don't know why the Electoral Commission put out this call. Many stakeholders applied to do voter education, and it has not given them feedback. It has not accredited them. It's as if to say that the Electoral Commission is sufficient in and of itself, and yet it is not. Maybe they need to help us understand why. Honorable Speaker, LCs, GSOs, DSOs, previously, one of my concerns was, why are we having all of these? Maybe LC, yes? But now, GSO, DSO, HISO, what role do they have in this? They are not known, by the way, by most people. And they also don't know most people. Which is in contrast to an LC, because LCs, they know their people. Why are we bringing in all these people? And now they are bothering the population, asking them for money. 10,000 shillings, 20,000 shillings if you need a recommendation. And people cannot afford many of these, especially the young people. Somebody has just clocked 18, they're still in school, they're even looking for pocket money because they're going back to school. Now you, a DSO, a GSO, you are asking them to give you their pocket money so that you recommend them. It is not acceptable. Honorable Speaker, there's a lot of information asking. With your permission, I don't know, you will guide, sir.
Information on
Honorable Speaker, I'm looking at you, sir.
Honorable colleagues, you know, you have very many statements which you want us to sort today. Okay? Yes, so please, just wait for my guidance. Let LOP finish. I want to give guidance. Yeah.
So the Deputy Attorney General's statement did not include that element. Even to say you're going to follow up this matter or task the Electoral Commission, because it's happening all over, and you can hear it is on the NRM side, on the opposition side. People are saying their voters are being asked for money to get recommendation. This is totally unacceptable, and it has got to be nipped in the bud. Honorable Speaker, the process has not commenced in many places, including here in Kampala, where the Electoral Commission is headquartered. So I'm now thinking about deep rural places. In Abim, I am thinking about Bupadengo, Moyo, deep in Kabale, and so on and so forth. It is the worst of situation, because if in Kampala here, and yet the Electoral Commission told us that Kampala was given a bit of special attention, that more kits were distributed in Kampala, which is also not true. Honorable Speaker, I was just given information by one of my colleagues, the Honorable Susan Mugabe from Buvuma. In most of these island places, and by then not just island places, there is no electricity, so these kits cannot operate. There is no connectivity at all. They are meant to print these forms, many, many forms. They don't even have where to print them from. But the Electoral Commission is saying the process is moving on smoothly. No, that is not true. Honorable Speaker, I think it's important that government concedes there is need for more time for this exercise, because we all want it. It's good for all of us, for our democracy. Let's increase the number of days, because there's been glitches. Up to date, many places, the exercise has not commenced. We need more time for this process to be a free and fair one. Honorable Speaker, for an election to be a free and fair election, it is not just on D-Day. It begins with the process. When people feel they're being disenfranchised, the young people, you're locking them out because of all these different quandaries. That's not a free and fair election. Can we increase the time? And Honorable Speaker, I don't know what your guidance is going to be, but I would like to move a motion without notice under Rule 59 of our Rules of Procedure that Parliament urges government to extend the duration of the update of the voter registration process by maybe 2 months. It's important, and well, government can suggest whichever period, but I think what's important is there's need to extend this process because so far several days have moved. The process hasn't commenced in many places. So now on 10th February, the Electoral Commission is looking forward to announcing we have stopped the exercise. And yet the kits won't have reached some places. The exercise won't have been carried out. So I'm hoping that government will find it relevant to extend this process without even Parliament having to urge you, push you around. Find it important to extend this exercise and then sort out the sticky issues, because you can extend the time and then the sticky issues remain and the complaints remain apparent. Thank you, Right Honorable.
Thank you, Rob.
Because when you create a deadline and you don't have the material on the ground, you create a rush. People are rushing because there is a deadline. So we find people piling at polishes. The machines are not there. Where they are, they are for the people who are in charge of the census to gazette the results of the last census properly so that we can organize for an election basing on the true population of this country. I beg to move.
Honorable colleagues, motions without notice are provided for under Rule 59, and a motion of this nature under Rule 59 1K should be in the opinion of the Speaker that this is an emergency, and but to me, in my opinion, it's not, and therefore I'm not allowing the motion. I just want us to have a debate, okay? Let's have a debate with the aim, and most of you, the way you're submitting, you're aiming at improving the process. A very good example. The other day, the Minister for Internal Affairs was here. He said they are ready with the new kits of NIRA, okay? He said they are ready to roll out with the new NIRA kits. Now, what we should be asking is that Minister of Justice works with NIRA to ensure that they have more gadgets now on the ground. And these gadgets are new, the ones of NIRA. They said they've secured. It was just last week when the minister was telling us. So we see a way of government building synergies to make the exercise better. Otherwise, time is not on our side. Election time has the statutory deadlines. We are going to say we stop the exercise. They first go and prepare. And you find yourself reaching election time. They say we continue with the election without voter register update. Okay? So let's see a way of, I had allowed Honorable Chivunga.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. Right Honorable Speaker, you've just
sides, the opposition and the government. And it is always with your powers that you determine whether you're giving us free sitting or not. And here we are having a member sitting on our side, is conducting a conversation. But the best practice is, if you want to talk with somebody, you call him out, you talk as we proceed. So is the Honorable Vice for Defense in order to come on our side, squeeze the Chair President, and disorganizing you, Mr. Speaker, as you are seated there. You are conducting is talking, yet there are a number of seats on this side. Is it in order?
Now, honorable colleagues, I've seen this happening on several occasions. I think I need to remind you of Rule 83(1)(b), where members are not supposed to move unnecessarily, and even I can declare by election in your constituency now because you've crossed the floor. So I should forgive you now. Go back to your seat. Honorable Linus. Always crack and dropped for me later. I declare by election from here. Because the member has crossed the floor. Yeah. Thank you, Honorable. But colleagues, let's avoid, I've seen it several occasions. Members are moving unnecessarily. One day I will invoke that rule.
I have been here, we were trained. Many members even come to you. When a member of parliament is meeting, the speaker all facing, all entering, we have to give respect to the chair.
You know, you come bowing.
You bow, but for me, I feel embarrassed the way members come to you, others walking. How do we give sanctity to this institution? And I will pray that one should be given first priority. Whenever I'm passing before you, I bow.
Honorable Jonathan Odura, are you hearing?
and the dress code.
He's one of the most disciplined members.
Mr. Speaker, the dress code is dying. Yeah. You ruled one time here, people are dressing the way they want. If we have to amend the rule on dress code, we say, I can come with my gumboots, the way you want from my farm, but decorum is the key here.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, take note. No, colleagues, let's save time. Time is not our best side. I read that on a general. Yes. Honorable Sariro, procedure issue.
Right, Mr. Speaker, I thank you. There were two directives that we are given by the presiding officer on the issue of Dr. Besigye. The first time the issue was raised by the Honorable Ssenyonyi, and I was among the people who made supplementary comments. And the Attorney General was asked to present a report. Subsequently, when there was no report, the opposition chief whip equally raised issues, supplemented by the Honorable Atkins. Listening to the learned Attorney General, his response was limited to the comments that had been made by the opposition chief whip. The earlier issues that were raised are omitted in the statement by the Attorney General. And even the report by, your guidance to the Human Rights Committee did not cover the issues that were first raised by the Honorable Ssenyonyi and subsequently other members on the committee. So, Right Honourable Speaker, I just wanted your guidance in light of the fact that the statement by the learned Attorney General omits some of the issues that had been raised there and seeks to focus on only the issues that had been raised by the government chief. As a matter of fact, the presiding officer directed the Attorney General twice in as far as the report is concerned.
Thank you. Attorney General.